Hello and welcome to our new campaign, EU4. I'm Count Christo and this is the Ming patch. It's finally here and we finally get to play with ages and with absolutism and with all these other different new cool things. We're going to be playing up here in Zhuangzi. I guess it's called Zhuangzi. And we're going to see what we can do to take the Mandate of Heaven off Ming. You can just declare war on Ming immediately with this Take Mandate of Heaven CB. I imagine we get that because we border them and because we're Eastern. I don't think Lithuania could conquer their way off here and then take the Mandate of Heaven. It'd be pretty funny. When we do take it, we will stop being a horde, because we're currently a horde, and we will become a feudal kingdom, which would be good fun. We're also going to get to play with the new banners mechanic, which is very cool, which we will go into in but a second. And so this is actually the second time I've started this campaign. I got 1 year in last time and then realised I made a terrible mistake. So this is the second campaign. We're going to see if I can do it better this time. Now the two big mistakes I made. The big thing playing is one of these. These are all called the Manchu tribes. The big thing you want to try to do is unite the Manchu tribes, right? If you do that, you get cores on basically this area here. This whole area here, you get cores. So what you want to do is form them, taking as few provinces as possible, right? Because you don't have to core as much. So we just need this province and this province, right? Which necessitates we take, these three basically. We could take these four, that'd be less efficient. Now the other thing we have to do is make sure that our targets don't border Ming, because Ming is going to warn us. And if we can't get away from that, it's going to be a real problem. One of the ways we're going to go away from that is I'm going to take exploration ideas. So I'm going to kill the guys up here. We're going to go over to the New World. One of the other reasons we might want to do that is because if we stay Tengri, one of the good syncretic faiths to have as Tengri is Nahuatl, which if you don't know is the Aztec religion, which gives you more power gain from looting. So now our first target is going to be these guys. We're going to take a mission, unite the Manchu tribes, which gives us these two claims, which is very helpful, and then we're going to raise a whole bunch of banners. You do that from this new dialogue here, which is the states interface, which is quite cool. So you can see, if I click on all the different provinces in this state, that dialogue is still showing us a very similar thing. So we're going to raise all these banners. Can't raise any there. Raise some down here. They get raised instantly, but they take time to reinforce. And we're going to gather ourselves up here. We're also going to make our leader into a general. Oh, he's better than last time. That's nice, because he's not very good, and he's got this embezzler thing, which is a horrendous trait. This trait in the late game can cost you stupendous amounts of money. Now, the next thing we need to deal with is these ages, which are these new things they've added, which are so cool. Basically, there are a set of objectives in each age. Discovery, Reformation, Absolutism, Revolutions. And if you complete at least 3 of them, you start earning this splendor, right? Which you can then spend to buy these different perks. Some nations have specific perks in each area. You have to be those countries to get them. So Portugal, crazy colonial growth in the early stages, and the Ottomans are going to get really good siege ability, and the Danish are going to be able to get less limited on subjects, which will be very helpful for them. And Venetians get more ship trade power. So lots of, historical stuff that's relevant to those nations. But for us, there are none for the Manchu tribes, I don't think. Unless there's one for Manchu. Sorry, for Qing. I believe it's pronounced Qing. Because as we can unite I'm going to call them the Manchu tribes because they become Manchu. We become the country Manchu, the nation of Manchu. And we can then form the nation of Qing. It's not Q-I-N-G, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Qing. I'm not certain. And we're going to do that probably, because that gives us claims on all kinds of stuff. Also, once we take the Mandate of Heaven, we get a permanent claim on all of Ming, which is pretty nuts, because that decreases core costs and everything. So I'm not going to turn this fort off because we're just about to be at war. I will delete it later, but there's another new mechanic that we need to look at, which is Devastation. As you can see here, Devastation is going down a bit just because we own it, and quite a lot because we have a fort there. Now I'm going to keep this fort here because we're going to take, and because we're sieging it and it'll be occupied, it'll get lots of devastation. And we want to get that back down again by having this fort turned on and thereby bringing down the devastation. There's another thing called Prosperity. Prosperity ticks up, I believe, when you control every province and it's all not at all devastated. I think that's how it works, but we'll see as the game goes on. Once you have this prosperity, you can once this ticks all the way up to 100%, you get those pretty darn good modifiers. Alright, what else do we need to deal with? Not much. We'll look more into the new Emperor of China mechanics when we get there. And don't worry, there will be a Japan campaign at some point, so we'll look into all the new mechanics they have over there, because they look very good fun. But for now, Speed 3, who do I want claims on? I'm not going to ally Caution. I think that was a mistake I made in the last one. My plan in this one is going to be fight these guys, then immediately fight Caution and take all their Ming border provinces. If I can take these 4 off them, then we shall be... What's the shortcut for this again? That's right, S. Switch between those two keys is S. Cool. If we can take all these off them, straight off the bat, we'll be in a really good position, because then we can eat the rest of them without Ming saying, oh no, I've warned you, and we've ordered it. Now, I want to fabricate claims on them, maybe, to help us siege them down faster. The Oirat could be a good early game ally, but again, I might want to try and storm into them as quick as possible. So maybe we focus on Oirat's enemies. Who don't you like? Uzbek and Chagatai. Maybe? Maybe we improve with Ming as well, just to try and make them less likely to hate us. They're going to offer us... They want us to become their tributary, which is a new kind of state. A new kind of subject, excuse me. And we don't want to become the tributary. Right, we'll do that. The trade situation is pretty dire for us up here. There's this really weak Girin node. Hopefully we'll be able to get lots of New World money coming in here. We'll eventually make our home node probably... Maybe here? No, we can't send the money from Beijing to here. So it'll probably have to be Beijing. And if we 100% control this node, then we won't have money coming out of here in that direction. We can bring everything up from Canton to there. We can't bring anything south of here to Beijing. So eventually we'll probably want to move down to Bengal. And then as we spread down here, Selangor, Indus, and so on. But yeah, so let's get time ticking. Let's get this first war won. We're going to more aggressively hire these banners than the AI seems to. And we are, in fact, the strongest of the Manchu tribes. At the start there, we can definitely not afford almost anything. Ah, yes, right, rivals. So Korea, Yaren, Axi. There we go. And let's straight away start trying to get some power projection. So I'm going to embargo you, sir. And you too. And you too. It's got 4 power projection. Nothing to sniff at. Let them expand up a bit. So these are all our banners. You can see they're a different colour. They also have plus 10% discipline, which is pretty darn good. Right. Our state. I totally forgot about our state. We don't want to raise a host. That'll put us over our force limit, because banners... Oh, darn, I did it again. No, that's probably okay. Banners do count towards your force limit. Although they don't cost manpower to reinforce, but they do cost cash to reinforce. I want to contribute warriors to get a bunch more manpower, and then support the tribes to cheer them up after my my gross misdeeds in that one. Now, Korea, unfortunately, used to be a really easy target at the beginning as the Manchu tribes, but they are now a subject of Ming. So unless Ming's in a bad place, we're not going to be able to get much out of them, which is irritating, no doubt. All right, before the end of this month, I want to be killing them, but I do just want to quickly insult Korea first, and then we will declare our war here. Ming is no doubt, so there's their request to become a client state. Let's make it a tribal feud so we can take as much as we want with no diplo cost. There's the war. Go, go. Now, yes, it's very important we kill these guys before they become tributaries of Ming, because then Ming will start to defend them. Okay, now, do I want to shift consolidate? No, we're not that much wider than them, so I think we should be okay. Alright, how's the first roll? Ooh, they've got us on the first roll. That's not good. That's a bad roll as well. Come on. There we go. We're going to win, probably, you know, whatever we roll, but I'd like to take less casualties than this. Oh, we're taking far too many casualties. Ugh! Oh, it's disgusting. Zeros. Good lord, this is a terrible, terrible fight in terms of rolls. Why aren't they losing any morale? Why are we not doing anything? What the hell? They have no troops. Oh, yeah, it's a bug. They've no troops. See, I'm hovering over. There are no units currently deployed on their line. And no one's taking casualties. That's a funny bug. They're still losing morale because you lose morale for every day you're in combat. Alright, let's go to speed 4. Oh. Spy network on these guys. Oh god, they're already a tributary trait under Ming. No! Now Ming's gonna help them. God, this is gonna be a tough game, but let's keep rolling with it. I don't know what we can do. Okay, so we finally killed them. And they have this new retreat animation, which I really like. It's very cool. Alright, let's go up here and kill them. And we'll leave behind a couple of little regiments, just to make sure they don't train any more guys down here in the south. Tea imports. If we discard tea, civilization will swiftly follow. We should dump that tree into the ocean. Well, much as I'd like the advisor costs down, mercantilism is king for the moment, I think. These guys are going to declare war on them very soon, so we need to make sure we're the one that gets all of the sieges. Certainly all of the border sieges. There, see, there's their war. Alright, we need to make sure we get here first. And we have someone here. So I'll send them up there in order to keep that siege down. Are we going to get there first? 7th of June? Yes, good. Alright, we'll leave someone here. Actually, we should leave enough to actually start doing some of these sieges here. And then we'll come back here and we'll spread out. Okay, let's put... yeah, 2 more of you over there. Oh yes, and I do want to shift consolidate away some of these infantry stacks, so let's go ahead and do that. And we can. Shift consolidate here. I did something odd and managed to... I think I just accidentally deleted my banners last time. So I'm going to hopefully try and avoid doing that. Wherever possible, we want to siege using banners, because they won't cost manpower to reinforce. Oh, there we go. Ming declared war to force tributary state. Well, that's not ideal. I guess we have to become a tributary then. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to find out... Whoa, they're going to suffer 122 aggressive expansion. Okay. We're not that big. Alright, so that we're going to become their tributary, I guess. We can't fight Ming. Not a hope in hell. Well, I guess we're a client state. Okay, hello Ming. So what can we do now that we're your... so why did that cause so much aggressive expansion? 122 with these guys. Crazy amounts. Okay. Well, okay. We're a client state. Probably should have just accepted it peacefully, I guess. What does that do to us? We're going to have to pay them tribute, right? So we don't pay them vassal fees. We have 75% this. We have to give them 6 ducats a year. Well, that's not very much. They might demand monarch points, though, and I'm really not very hyped about that. We can still declare wars, because this is a special type of client state. Ooh, no. Can we still do this, even if we're... One of the following must be true. It's not a subnation. Yes, good. Tributaries can still form the Manchu tribes. That's excellent. Does it break us free? No. So we're going to have to fight a, a war against Ming in order to become independent. That's interesting. You can ally... Oh, sorry, this is a good chance to show off the new diplomacy macro builder. Oh, yeah, you can do automatic improve relations. I love this. All right, we want to automatically improve with... Right here, let's pull back from these two. We want to automatically improve with allies, but we have no allies. Threatening countries. This diplomat's always doing that. That's cool. Or you can set him to always just improve with all your neighbouring countries. That's really cool. Well, for now, Ming has all these subjects, but we don't know about a lot of them, and it looks like none of them have over 50 liberty to except us. But what I was thinking about with the Diplo Macro Builder is we want to find out who's willing to offer a ally with us. No one, of course, because we're at war. Right. But these two would be. Korchin would be. And I think that means we might be able to call Korchin in against Ming, which would be very helpful. Do you want to marry them? There's pretty much no downside. Unless you can attack other tributary states. Oh, you can! Okay, that's interesting. Oh, yep, there's the declaration on Haxi. So you can declare war on other tributary states. That is really interesting. I did not know that. Let's send the banners down to do this siege. Right, yeah, you two have got to go. Now we're back to our force limit. No, we're way below it. See, look, the banners! The banners that you consolidate just delete themselves. Never consolidate banner regiments. That's so annoying. I think that must be a bug. Someone go and fill out a bug report. I don't want to do it. Hopefully they'll fix that soon. That's really annoying.
We got any siege pips? No. Subject. So we're gonna, the ones of these we're gonna go for, by the way, is present on 2 companies, continents, humiliate rival, discover America. Those are our proximate objectives. Have I not sent enough guys down here? Oops. A bit more in the way of cav. That should be fine. This infantry could come down and do it too. They only have 10k troops, it looks like. So what I'm going to do is end this war and immediately declare war on them, I think. The thing we need to make sure doesn't happen, which is one of the things that happened last time, is Yeren. These guys are still at war, right? So I beat them, and then I declare war on Yeren, and then Haxi goes and beats Yeren and takes the province that I wanted in the war. So the peace deal we're probably going to look at is something like... Now when Ming's a guy, I guess we don't have to worry about whether or not our enemies border Ming. So maybe just these 2 plus a humiliate, so we can get that splendor. Sounds pretty good to me. Maybe some war reps too. I imagine these guys are going to become a thing under Ming. We'll have to see. Alright, we've got any infantry nearby? Yeah, here's some. Yeah, so never shift consolidate banners. That is important to know. Because when we consolidated them, you know, we didn't gain a thing. You know, because it's not like you had to... I nearly did it then. We didn't... It's not like we gained, you know, not having to repay the manpower, because you wouldn't have to do that anyway. Oh, that is interesting. It's interesting. So now, one of the things we could do now is declare war on Yeren while still at war with these guys. And I think that's a good option. We put all our troops up here, and we declare war on them. Sounds good to me. We're losing money, but we're going to get money out of this. Alright, Ming demand we send them tribute. This year's tribute in a form of 6 sites. Doing so will increase our trust by 1. Decline will reduce their trust in us by 15. We can't refuse while we have a truce, so I guess we have to accept and send them tribute. Well, that sucks. Alright, well, I guess we'll improve relations with them? I don't know if there's no point making yours... Who is there? Oh, good. He's losing some manpower. No, don't go anywhere. Stay there. You're in the woods. It was perfect. Come back. No. I don't have to attack across this river. Where did I put the simple terrain map mode? I'm sure I put it somewhere. There it is. What's that one? T. Yeah, there's this river there. Come on, win it. Alright, let's... oh, God, I shift consolidated. Good. None of them went down to 0. Let's take all the non-banner ones out of there. Which, you know, sieging with banners is now, you know, free. Banners are always cav, by the way, as far as I can tell. So yeah, we're not at the max banners in some of these places. I want to be, so let's raise some more. We're going to have a bit of corruption going on here at the beginning, but I think that's okay. We'll manage. I don't know what decides what province in the area banners are raised in. That would be a good mechanic to understand. They now demand administrative power. Ugh, 2 administrative power mid-year going to our overlord. It's not that bad, but Ming groups support Ayutthaya. While it may have been without official sanction, it's clear that Ming interest groups have acted to help the Ayutthaya in their war against us. Ayutthaya is not at war with me. Excuse me? Couple of bugs. Still need to be working out. That's fine. We certainly can't attack them into these mountains. That would be suicidal. Right. What else should we be doing right now? Oh yeah, now we can go to war with Ming. Okay, so I overreacted to how hard this campaign was going to be because we can get Korea. Yeah. Okay, so now we're under... So going under Ming's a good idea. It's kind of like being part of the Holy Roman Empire. You just become part of it and then you work your way out by becoming powerful enough. That makes sense. At least it does to me. Yeah, so the areas we're going to get control over, sorry, cause over, is this area and then all of this, basically. It's pretty nice. Got fairly high hold unity. We are going to be raising this game, I think. We're going to do some raiding. Some raising, sorry, for that sweet monarch power. Do you get... Oh, this is the wrong thing. Wow, look how many tributaries he immediately has. And we're the only one with high liberty desire. So we're going to... Can we, like, request independence? Ooh, yeah, we can just cancel it. To increase our stability. So they'll just attack us again if we do that. But I hear, having read the patch notes in my patch notes video, which you should all go check out, why on earth do I know about Venice? Good lord. Yeah, apparently I know about Venice, Genoa, and Poland. Maybe I should work on an alliance with Muscovy. Oh no, they don't know about me. That makes sense. We can't just send an emissary. Okay, so we can... Yeah, there's a disaster that Ming gets if they have a powerful nearby independent horde. So if we can still be a horde and give them that disaster, that'd be real nice. All right, come on. Okay, so peace deal's probably this. I want to limit the number of provinces I take from them as much as humanly possible because I want to be able to take them with a reconquest CB. Now, how do I spin this? I think I go straight after Korchin. They have an ally in the Oirat. That's quite potent. Okay, I guess we go after Yeren then. So we're just going to have to accept the fact that Korchin is going to take some of these provinces. So how do we get to Yeren? They're in the mountains here. Ming is the one we send this year's tribute. Can't refuse, so... I hate you, Ming. Alright, what we'll do is we'll split in half. And we'll go here and here, in the woods. And if they attack us in one of them, we'll move to the other one. Peace offer. Nope, nope, nope. I will tell you the terms of your surrender. Do you want to take the cash? Do you want to take the war reps? Oh, I'm already taking the war reps. Maybe I don't take the war reps at all. Just take a whole load of cash. I like that, I think. We're pretty strapped for money at the moment. Okay, they're going to this province. Ha ha ha. Let's wait for them to get locked, then we'll go up there, then we'll declare war on them. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, start the cause. Okay. And with our first glorious successful war... Oh yes, we'll just check out the devastation down here. Yes, the devastation is all the way up to 12.4%, which is pretty terrible. It basically has all the effects of having high autonomy, and it makes you slower, and all your allies slower, and hostiles faster when they move through it. And it makes the supply limit lower, and it makes institutions spread slow, so it's pretty terrible. Do not want to have it. We should cancel his cause. Just finish processing this war, and then we'll go on to the next episode. Alright, so we're going to raise it, which gives us a whole bunch of stuff. They dislike us, but... I'm going to raise this. Oh, I think that's a new icon for the province raise thing. Cool, I like it. And now we'll core it, which will cost less, substantially less modern points, which is very nice. The only things we have to avoid at the moment are civil war and dominance of the tribes, which is great. Okay, but that is it for this episode. Until the next time, when we will take over Yeren and form Manchu and then reconquest gloriously through all of this land, I shall see you then. Bye-bye.